Hello there. How are you today? Are you okay? Nice to see you. So, today I'm going to read a dialogue between two farmers called Alice and Dan, okay? And they're just going to talk about their, well, you will see, talk about their life. But in the dialogue there are lots of different expressions and interesting words that we use in English. There is maybe a false friend in there, we'll see. And all sorts of things. So I will read the dialogue, or you will listen to the dialogue, and after that we will analyze all of the complicated language, okay? So as usual, don't forget that if you want to play some games or do something to revise the language, you can click on the link in the description and join my weekly email newsletter if you haven't done so already. And every week you will receive by email the transcription of the dialogue or whatever, and also some games to practice, and maybe sometimes a PDF too that you can print. Anyway, so here's the dialogue. Listen carefully. I feel so content at the moment. Oh yeah? Why is that? Well, I just feel like I've got everything in my life in balance. Okay. How do you mean? Well, I mean, like, since we sold the sheep to old Farmer Bob, I've got much more time to spend hanging around with the kids, and life just feels easier, to be honest. Yeah, I feel the same about getting rid of those sheep. They were a pain in the neck, always getting up to mischief. Yeah, good riddance. Anyway, have you ordered those teepees yet? We really need to get on with the Airbnb project. If they could help to make ends meet, that'd be great. Yeah, they'll be delivered next Saturday. What? That's a bit late. Our first visitors are arriving the following Wednesday. You'll never have time to set them up. Don't worry, I'll work day and night if I have to. And have you ordered the bank card reader yet, so that we can get paid by card in the farm shop? Oh shit, I totally forgot about that. I've been so busy keeping the kids occupied. My mind's been elsewhere. Don't worry, just order it off Amazon Prime. What are you on about? Amazon don't deliver to this neck of the woods. Actually they do now. What? Well, I just read that they've set up a new high-tech delivery service and they can bring us parcels by drone. What? That's insane. Right, so let's have a look at this language that you heard in the dialogue. So the very first thing, Alice says, "Oh, I feel so content at the moment." So that's quite simple. It sounds like content in French, but the meaning is a little bit different. It's not simply happy, content. Content means satisfied, and it's a deep happiness. You are happy in your life. It's not a quick, sudden happiness, but it is, I feel content. Okay? The second one is Dan says, "Oh yeah? How do you mean?" Yeah, that's a strange question. Have you heard that before? Yeah, it's simple. It means, what do you mean? Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire? But sometimes in British English, we say, how do you mean? So mot à mot, ça fait comment est-ce que tu signifies ou veux dire? C'est étrange, hein? How do you mean? What do you mean? The same thing. Okay, number 3. We have Alice is saying, "I've got much more time to spend hanging around with the kids." What's that? Hanging around comes from the phrasal verb to hang around. Okay? And hang around just means spend time with. So like passer du temps. Parfois, on pourrait le traduire par glander. Un petit peu ça aussi. Passer du temps, traîner avec. C'est un peu familier, mais c'est ça. Hanging around with the kids. Okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Dan says, I feel the same about getting rid of those sheep. Getting rid of. 3 words. This is another phrasal verb, to get rid of. Do you know what that means? I think a lot of you do, but some of you don't, maybe. Yes, get rid of is throw away, or not necessarily throw away. Se débarrasser de. So for these sheep, it's maybe give the sheep to somebody else, or yeah. Se débarrasser de, to get rid of. Okay? I'm just counting the number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. He says they were a pain in the neck. A pain in the neck. Some of you know this expression already. A pain, une douleur, un douleur, I don't know. Dans le cou. A pain in the neck is like, in French we would say, casse-pied, énervant. It's funny because you can mix it up in your mind with casse-cou, but it's not that. A pain in the neck is énervant, chiant. Okay, next one. We have getting up to mischief. Dan says in the same sentence, they were a pain in the neck, always getting up to mischief. Ooh, complicated. It is the verb to get up to mischief. It's almost an expression. What that means is to do naughty things or to do bad things, like little children when they are being naughty, capricieux. They are walking around and pulling things off the sofa, throwing things on the floor. They are getting up to mischief. Okay. Next, we have Alice, who answers, yeah, good riddance. Good riddance. I don't know if you know this one. It's an interesting little expression. Good riddance. Interestingly, there is the word rid in riddance, like get rid of. Good riddance. So get rid of is se débarrasser de. Good riddance, bon débarras. Okay? And the next one, in the same sentence, same paragraph, Alice says, we really need to get on with our Airbnb project. Okay? To get on with. Get on with. It's a phrasal verb that has 2 meanings, in fact. Here, to get on with means continue doing or not stop. So we need to continue doing our Airbnb project. Get on with. However, it also has a second meaning. To get on with is bien s'entendre avec quelqu'un. I get on with my neighbors. And I would like to go and have apéro with them, but I need to get on with my Airbnb project. Okay, so one verb or one phrasal verb and 2 meanings. Okay, next one. Just after that, she says, if they could help to make ends meet, that'd be great. That's an expression I think I have never taught this to my students, so I don't know if you know this one. To make ends meet. So Alice is talking about the Airbnb project and the teepees that they are going to put in the garden. And she says, if the teepees could help to make ends meet, that'd be great. So make ends meet is, I think in French we say arrondir les fins du mois. Oh, I'm not good at French. Make ends meet, yeah, so just earn a little more money at the end of the month. Okay? I don't know why we say make ends meet. Maybe it's the idea of you have a piece of string, or I'll give you an example. This is your financial life. and it's if you make ends, les bouts meet, se rencontrer, it makes a circle and everything is perfect. I don't know if that's the reason we say that, but okay. Un peu tiré par les cheveux. Don't know how to say that in English either, but that's for another video. Okay, next one. Alice. Alice says, you'll never have time to set them up. She's still talking about the teepees, and she says, you'll never have time to set them up. So it is the phrasal verb to set up. What is set up? Yeah, maybe you have already seen this phrasal verb on a computer, perhaps. Or maybe, I don't know if you know it. So set up is like installer. Okay? So set up on a computer, c'est mettre en route, installer. So this is for the teepees, to set them up. Okay. Next one we have, it's Alice again. It's always Alice who says the interesting words. I don't know why. Or often Alice. She says, oh shit, I totally forgot about that. I've been so busy keeping the kids occupied. My mind's been elsewhere. My mind has been elsewhere. Elsewhere? It's a funny little word. Elsewhere means ailleurs. Mon esprit a été ailleurs. J'ai pas été là. My mind's been elsewhere. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So the next one is Dan, who says, don't worry, just order it off Amazon Prime. It's quite easy to understand. Order it, commande-le. It's just I found it interesting that we say off, not from. I think you can... it's very funny, it's very strange, but you can say order it off Amazon Prime or order it on Amazon Prime. And it's the same meaning. Très bizarre, hein? Commande-le sur Amazon Prime. Order it off, ou alors le contraire, order it on, mais avec la même signification. Parfois, il y a des phrasal verbs comme ça. Il y a un autre qui me vient à l'esprit, c'est remplir un formulaire. On peut dire fill in the form ou fill out the form. Et ça a le même sens, alors que in et out, c'est les contraires. Là, order it on, off, la même chose. English is strange. Okay. The next one, Alice says, what are you on about? What are you on about? What does this question mean? Do you know? Yeah, what are you on about is what are you talking about? That's what it means. Qu'est-ce que tu racontes? And we can just say, what are you on about? I think it comes from the fact that parler, 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 on peut dire going on, going on, going on. Anyway, forget. This is too complicated. What are you on about? On apprend par cœur, ça veut dire qu'est-ce que tu racontes? And then she says, Amazon don't deliver to this neck, encore le neck, of the woods. Ooh, what? This neck of the woods. Ce coup des bois. C'est trop bizarre. In fact, what that means is Amazon don't deliver to this area. Okay, simply. So neck of the woods means you can imagine there is a big forest and one part of the forest that they are calling a neck. I don't know why. Neck of the woods is an expression that means area. And often we use this expression to talk about an area that is far away from civilization, in the countryside, isolated. Okay? Right. And the last one, it's just a simple one, but I think maybe you know it, maybe you don't. Alice, she says, what? That's insane. Insane. What does that mean? Yeah. Insane just means fou. Wow, c'est fou ça. That's insane. Okay, cool. So there was a lot of interesting language in that dialogue. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to open the email I've sent to you if you are subscribed to the email list. If not, just click on the link in the description and you can subscribe. And you will see this dialogue. You can print it, put it on your wall, put it on your toilet door so you can read it again. You can do the games that I will send you in the email too, to practice this language. And yeah, that would be great. So thanks for listening. If you like the video, you can click like underneath, subscribe to this channel, and click the notifications bell, and then you will get notified every time I make a new video on your phone. It will go ding, English with Joel, new video. I try to make them every week and put them out often on Sunday, but not always. So at the moment it's the holidays, so today is Saturday, so maybe the video will come tomorrow on Sunday. Yeah. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.